anybody really cares anymore, like why anybody does music. Before there was the internet, before there was like anybody could do it, when you felt like the artist was special because you were hearing their music, because somebody was, you felt like they had backing, like somebody else believed in them, so you believe in them too. Now it's just assumed that there are musicians. It's assumed that there are artists. Therefore, like, the reasons aren't as important to people. What's most important is the music itself. Here's the thing, like, nobody asks me if I heard the new Lil Uzi Vert record. Like, people ask me if I heard Chris Stapleton's album, though. Like, people ask me if I heard the new Childish Gambino, which is musical as hell. I think your circle tells the tale. Like, if you feel like hip-hop is dying because you're inundated with so much crap, maybe it's the circle that you're around that's inundating you with so much crap. We as creatives have to be creative when it comes to our craft. There's a misconception that knowledge is something that if you stop learning or if you stop growing, that you plateau. But that's not the case. Like, you're on a trajectory. And if you meet your peak trajectory, you start to go down. That's how that works. Like, you don't just make it to a point where you say, that's all I'm gonna learn, and you retain all of that knowledge forever. Like, you begin to get sloppier. Like, what you think happened? Like, your brain went back to what was basic. And unless you make the complex things basic time after time, then you will never make it to a point where you're still wowing people. Like, you're not valuable to people past the point that you stop growing. Like, and that's a problem. That's a real problem. That's a real problem, because you got kids out there that, like, I didn't go to college because I felt like I could learn more about what I needed to do from doing it, right? But it was never, I don't need to learn anything else. People feel like they don't have to mine for knowledge anymore. So that's why you have people who run the ecosystem of misinformation or half information. And by the time it gets back around to the truth, like, you realize that the conversation has ended and nobody really even cares. The point is, you can't stop. You can't stop growing. Even in the midst of a lot of people who make it seem like your efforts are in vain, you can't stop growing. Ever. If you feel like you know it all, you need to find a new profession, find a new trade. If you ever feel like there's nothing more for you to learn, you need to, reevaluate your life. And that's true in everything. If you ever, and that's boredom. Boredom is an emotion. Like, the opposite of happiness isn't sadness. The opposite of happiness is boredom.
Say hello to the bad guy. Say hello